Yo, what is good, dev guys? It's your boy Kane, and yes, sir, I'm back with another video, man. I know it's been a couple weeks since I posted an actual video. This one, man, I'm going to get into the top 10 assets that I believe you, as a game developer working with Unreal Engine, you need these, baby. It ain't no option. It's not maybe I should get these, it's not should I get these. I'm gonna go ahead and get these after you watch this video. Get these, all right? Now, I'm not sponsored by any paid assets that I may or may not mention here. I paid for these assets on my own, and trust me, baby, if I paid for them, they worth it, because I'm frugal with the paper. I don't just be buying anything around here, you feel me? I'm not going to get into like the deep, intricate details of each item. I'm just going to show you guys what I own and why I think that you should possibly purchase it. Now we're gonna start off. I got a list because I didn't want to lose myself on this, but I'm not even gonna go to where this is on the list. This right here, Able Ability System is the best $100 that I have spent this entire year. Let me repeat that. This Able Ability System plugin is the best $100 that I have spent this entire year. All right? And I've paid rent. What month is this? April? I paid rent 4 times. So if I had to choose between Able and rent, I'd probably choose Able. Cause okay, I need a place to live so I can work. But at the same time, man, this plugin has really turn my game development workflow up. You feel me? There's a Discord where people are very helpful. The developer of the plugin is in there every day answering questions, giving it suggestions. It is a beautiful thing. Now, what this plugin is, it is basically gas, right? So I don't know if you guys know about gameplay ability system, but it's pretty tough to get into. Like, you have to be pretty good at C++ programming to get it started. If you want to make something multiplayer, you have to have a little bit more in-depth knowledge about the plugin. There is a lot of resources out there to teach you about that plugin, but at the same time, it's just not as easy to catch a grasp of as Able is. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go into the details of exactly how this plugin works. If you guys want that type of video, I could showcase each plugin separately. That'll be 10 video, but I just want to say, look into Able Ability System. If your game has, look, it don't even need to have an ability system. An ability is anything that your character is able to do. You get what I'm saying? So if your character jumps, you can make it an able ability. You can make it an able ability. If your character sprints, you can make that an able ability. And it's like it says here, it's high performance, multi-threaded, and it's data driven. That means that it will be very good for low performing machines. Man, when I say it's so easy to make things work, and like I said, there's a Discord if you have any questions on like just the thought process to how to operate this plugin, you can jump in there, ask your question, and there's a lot of people in there that have been using it. I've only been using it for the past, I want to say 2.5 months, and my project now, man, like compared to what it was when I was using gas, is a completely different beast, man. I'm able to do things that I didn't think that I was going to be able to do. So yeah, he updates if anybody runs into issues, bugs, the developer updates it and pushes out an update as literally as fast as possible. He's always working on this plugin, and I cannot explain how happy I was to actually take the step forward to spend $100 to get this, because it is $99.99. Right now there's a sale on select products. I don't know if this might be on sale, so check into that. If you can get this 50% off, That is a lick, my brother. Trust me. Now, man, get this if you can get this for half off. I know the tutorials are pretty old, but I've used some of the tutorials and they still work with the current version of the plugin. That's how stable the plugin is. That the tutorials are from 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and they still work step by step. Still work with the plugin today. It's a very stable plugin. Nothing. Only thing that's changed is upgrades and bug fixes. And man, I can't explain enough, man. I could talk about Abel this entire video. I'd show you like abilities that I created in my own projects, but I'll save that for a separate video if you guys want me to get into that. All right, so we got Abel out the way. Let me check that off so I don't go back to it. Okay, so let's just go down the list and let me see what I got here. So electric nodes. So electric nodes is, man, if you're doing any Blueprint programming, and trust me, if you're using Unreal, you're going to be using Blueprint. And if you're not, you're using Unreal wrong, okay? Don't let anybody tell you different. C++ is great, but Blueprints and C++ is undefeated. You feel me? Undefeated. So what electric nodes is a formatter for your nodes. So all right, so this is the default look for the nodes. Do you see? This is where you get this spaghetti going. You see, this is like 10 nodes, 3, 6, 9 nodes. And you can already sense that if it gets any bigger than this, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be all spaghetti juice all over the place. Now, what this plugin does is it gives you a bunch of different ways to organize your splines. Me personally, I use the 45-degree angle because I like to see the path that my spline is taking. But it has multiple multiple options for you to choose from, and you just go into the plugin settings and change them. Like I said, if I need to go into the details of each plugin, how they work, to keep this video from being 30 minutes long, I'm not going to do that. But this is a great tool to have when this is what it looks like in the plugin settings for you to change things. This is a great tool to have for a developer that's trying to stay organized, trying to keep their code no more spaghetti, trying to keep that code tight. You feel me? So look into electric nodes, man. I'm not gonna go into any more of that. Definitely look into electric nodes if you're serious about having a clean code base. So the other one is made by the same developer, and man, oh man. Now, I like the Unreal Engine default UI. I like it. It's not bad. A lot of people have gripes with it. They say it's not modern enough. I don't mind it, but at the same time, when I found out about darker nodes, man, I had to make the switch. I had to. I was using the minimal, the free one that you can get from GitHub, the minimal UI. But when I've seen this on someone else's YouTube, I had to get this. I think it was $11.99 and it was worth every penny because the when you going into your workplace, you want your workplace to look clean. And Unreal is my workplace. I want it to look cool, you know what I mean? I want to go in every day and love where I'm working. So darker nodes, it just changes the UI to be more modern. It looks very great. The icons, the buttons, the color, the color theme, the color palette is what they call it. It's all, oh my God. You should have this in your library. All right, so that's darker nodes. Okay, this next one, if you don't have this, it's free. All right, you need to go to the permanently free collection and get Easy Ballistics. All right, if you're making a shooter game or a game with projectiles or anything that shoot from one place to another, you need to get Easy Ballistics, man. All right, so I use this in my own project right now. I'm using this. I got a character, it's Thor. I'm using Easy Ballistics for him to throw his hammer. That's what Easy Ballistics can create for you. And it's networked out of the box. It works on dedicated servers, host listen servers. It's just when I say that this plugin has saved me a a lot of coding when it comes to RPC calls and syncing projectiles over the network. This has really saved me a lot of coding. Um, the performance, I haven't noticed any performance hits when I'm using this. But I am using semi-auto fire. So I'm not firing every frame that the button is held down, because my game is not a gun shooter. It's more of a skill-based shooter where it's time-based. You have to have skill. But this has saved me a lot of time, man. It has a barrel component that you use to fire the weapon out of. You attach that to the camera or to the socket that you want the projectile to come out of. And then it has this bullet blueprint class that you can extend and make your own. I actually have a custom class of the bullet class that I made. That's my own base class for my character's projectiles, and I just extend off of that. And when I say this has saved me, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 months in coding this system myself, maybe even longer than that, 6 months, a year. Uh, Man, it's free. Go ahead, check into it. It's this is permanently free, so you know it's backed by Unreal. And honestly, man, go ahead, check this out. There's no reason not to. It's free. So yeah, that's Easy Ballistics. This next one, man, on my list, it's a material. Oh my god, dude. It's called Weapon FOV. You see, I already got it in one of my projects. Now, what this is, right? So, one of the biggest gripes that I found on the internet is that in Unreal Engine, you have to do some kind of hacky workaround for your, say if you working on a first person shooter and your first person arms come into contact with another piece of geometry, whether it's a wall or another character, you have to do some kind of hacky ass solution so that your character model doesn't clip into the other geometry. And if you're trying to make a high end, not AAA, but double A if you're an indie developer type of game, this is very, it really breaks the reality of the game. So this material, it basically alters the pixels of your mesh so that it will never uh, display inside of another mesh, if I'm saying that correctly. This cost me $35, and I will say that I use it. I use every cent of that. You know what I mean? That $35 is being used as much as it can. I use this for all my material, all my first person arms, my first person weapons. All my materials have the material function that this thing provides you, and you can create a copy of the material function and make it. Like I have 4 characters in my game so far. I have 4 different material functions, all stemming off of the one material function. So each character has their own function so that I can adjust them separately, because each arm mesh is different. And I, I like I said, if I need to go into details and show more about this, man, check this out, man. If you're making a first-person shooter, that's damn near, you need that in your project. I will say that you can also get that material function from the Unreal Tournament project. You just have to, and this is something I didn't know about before I bought this, but I found it out later. You just have to get the engine version that the Unreal Tournament is in, which I think is 4.15, I think is the latest. You have to build that engine and then build the Unreal Tournament project so that you can open it up and copy that function out of there and have it in your own project. So if you want to save some money, I think that's the way you can do that. I haven't tried it because I already have the material function, but this material function is based off of the function that's inside the Unreal Tournament. So I'm pretty sure this guy did what I said and sold it, which is genius. You know what I'm saying? You take advantage of having knowledge that other people don't. Um, I don't. I like to share knowledge. You know what I mean? But we'll go ahead and get rid of that. All right. So this next one I got is called Blockout Tools, man. Where is it at? Right here, the Blockout Tools plugin. This is basically just if you're not a level designer like me and you don't want to build meshes. This is like Pro Builder in inside of Unity. You basically get predetermined meshes that are editable, and you can use them to create a default level to test all of your gameplay elements, and it's efficient. It's not as boggy. It's not as buggy as what is it? BSP is. It's based off of BSP, but it has a little bit more added to it so that you can have a little bit more control. Um, Definitely check this out. It's free. No reason not to check this out. It's free. All right. So that's that. Okay. So let's look at another. This is ooh, I forget what it is. Let me just go to my all. So I don't know what category this is in, but this is called competitive shooter HUD. All right. So if you're making a game that has a reactive UI, um, like I said, it says competitive shooter, but you can really use this to design just about anything, right? So it has a tutorial message. And the tutorial message could also be used as a objective pop up. You can have this pop up as what you need to do for your next objective. So it is very moldable to your project. It has some built-in crosshairs that you can use. It's got a sniper scope already ready to be used. Hit indicators for when you damage other people, and it's using a interface, so the calls don't cast to this widget and then cast to your player and do all this. It is very performant. It's very performant. I was using this in my when I started my project. I haven't migrated it over to my current project, but that's because I'm focused on the abilities and not making it look pretty. But I have used this and I will be using this in my projects. But yeah, it's got the damage numbers. This is not replicated, but it's pretty easy to replicate something like this. Um, so yeah, man, it's damage indicators. It's pretty much got everything that you would need for a reactive shooter HUD or a gameplay HUD, and it puts it all in one package for you. I will say that I think this one was $30. I want to say around that price. It is worth it if you're making that type of game, and I definitely would look into that if you have the $30 to spare. Okay. So another one, let me take all off, go to code plugins. This one, man, someone told me about this inside of the the Able Ability System plugin, and I went to go check it out, and oh my God, man. It's called Smooth Sync. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Do I gotta type you in? Let me just type it in. You know how we do these videos, man. This shit is raw. Smooth Sync, man. Now, what this component is, it basically uh it's basically a built-in interpolator for anything that moves across a network. So here they show it for a flying pawn. There's not that many pictures here, but should I show the video? Okay, so basically if you've ever worked with multiplayer inside of Unreal, and you've seen how the the two things that you are syncing move over the network, you'll see one is real jittery to the other. Like it's like stepped. Like there's no interpolation. What this does is it builds off of the framework that Unreal Engine already provides, and it helps smooth things over the network. Now, honestly, for a first person shooter game, this might be detrimental, but I haven't tested it at that high level of gameplay. But for what I'm seeing right now and what I'm using it for, it works fine. Okay. It works fine. It like it says here, it requires zero coding. It's a component that you add to the entity that you want to smoothly interpolate over the network. You adjust the settings how you see fit. You basically have full control over how much data is sent over the network and how things are networked with this component. And I would say go ahead and check it out. Like, once again, it's free. This is one of those ones where you just install it to the engine and it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to pay for it. So go ahead, check that out. Okay, so this next one, they're both ones that you have to get off the internet. So one, this is called Advanced Sessions. You see, I've looked up tutorials, everything. So he has a forum post where it's updated frequently. It hasn't been updated to 4.62 yet, 4.6.2, but I'm using this inside of a 4.26.2 project and it works. So what this is it gives you a little bit more of the online sessions code. So a lot of the online sessions code is not available in Blueprint. What this does is it takes those functions that are only available in C++ and it migrates them over to Blueprint so that you can use them inside of your Blueprint projects. That way you could find servers that are dedicated servers. You can invite friends, and like I said, Advanced Sessions is free as well. It also comes with Steam specific functions without forcing the Steam subsystem to be packaged, which is great. So this here is a great free plugin if you're doing multiplayer sessions with whether it's dedicated servers or listen servers. This is something that you need to check out. It is also free. And last but not least, one of my favorite free plugins, Blender Tools. If you don't got Blender Tools, let me type it in right. If you don't have these plugins, man, so here we up right here. If you don't have Blender Tools and you use Blender and Unreal Engine, you are shooting yourself in the foot. All right. 14 days ago, I need to get this. I haven't updated. It is updated very frequently. Like I feel like I just updated maybe 3 weeks ago. So definitely check this out. If you're using Blender, I'm using this religiously. If you watch my streams, I use the send to UE4 every time I send something to UE4 from Blender. Like, I don't send anything from Blender to UE4 without this plugin. I also have started looking into using UE to Rigify because I want to start taking animations that are inside of Unreal, tweaking them inside of Blender, and applying them to my own characters, just to save a little bit of time on animating. Yeah, so definitely check that out. It's free. It is open source. Man, when I say the these are things that I believe you need to have in your toolbox as a developer working with Unreal Engine. Like I said, if I need to go into more detail about the specific plugins, I could do that. You just gotta leave me a comment. Let me know that you want it. I don't want to make another 20-minute video and nobody's gonna watch it. So this one's already 25 minutes, baby. So yeah, we're gonna get up out of your hair, man. I might leave timestamps. I gotta learn how to do that so that you can find the plugin exactly where it is when I start talking about it. But I do want to say I appreciate y'all for stopping by. If you made it this far in the video, man, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. I'm almost at 300. I'm trying to get to 500. I need your help. So like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. And I appreciate you guys for stopping by, man. Peace.